Greetings to everyone. I am recording this message on the Wednesday of Holy Week. Of course, it really doesn't feel like Holy Week, and this Sunday won't really feel like Easter this year either, because we are all dealing with the impact and upheaval that the coronavirus is having with us. I want to acknowledge the anxiety all of us are facing. Each one of us is engaged in the unnatural actions of physical distancing, of avoiding contact with others, of delaying any social gatherings or celebrations with friends and family, and of course, our suspension of public worship. Each one of these actions is both unnatural and extraordinary to the seasons of Lent and Easter. And instead of Easter being a time of hope and joy, it will this year be a time that's dominated by ongoing worry and anxiety, and for some, a time of sickness and even death. I think it is important that we are honest about the time in which we find ourselves, and are honest with ourselves and each other about the fears and anxieties we are all experiencing. It is worth remembering similar reactions by those who were the first witnesses to the empty tomb and the resurrected Jesus. Each of the four Gospels portray a combination of female disciples who were the first witnesses to the empty tomb. The two Marys in Matthew and Mark, along with Salome in Mark's Gospel, the unnamed women in Luke's account, and Mary Magdalene in John's Gospel. In each instance, the reaction is the same: fear, anxiety, confusion, emotions that we are in the midst of experiencing ourselves during this Holy Week and the upcoming Easter season. So while we might think that fear, anxiety, and confusion have no place at Easter, all four Gospels tell us something different. But while acknowledging our honest emotions during this time, I want to leave you with a bit of resurrection hope. The Gospel according to St. Matthew concludes with the Great Commission, where the resurrected Jesus sends his followers out to make disciples throughout the world. And Jesus' last words in this scene, in fact, the last words of Matthew's Gospel, are a promise from Jesus that his divine presence will never abandon the disciples or forsake them in their mission to bring the good news throughout the world. So my friends, be confident that God's presence with us in his Son Jesus is never unbroken or interrupted, no matter the circumstances of our lives. Thus, my prayer for each of you is that you would continue to be faithful in making disciples and living out the good news of Jesus Christ. Have a blessed Holy Week and Easter, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you.